Thank you, Chair Schakowsky and Ranking Member Bilirakis, for allowing me to wave on to today's Consumer Protection and Commerce Subcommittee hearing, and to our witness for appearing with us today. Secretary Raimondo, earlier today, I introduced the Advancing Gig Economy Act, which would require the Department of Commerce to conduct a study so Congress can better understand the impact of both state and federal agencies and what that impact is over the gig economy, which includes new age companies that you know clearly about, such as Uber and Etsy, Airbnb. These companies that utilize technology and individual workers to provide a variety of services. During your testimony, you mentioned that a priority for the Biden administration is to spur technical innovation. Would you support this legislation to help strengthen the gig economy by investigating the impact of state and federal legislation on its development?
Thank you. I will certainly look forward to reviewing it and working with you on it. The gig economy is growing. All the companies that you just said rely upon it. As governor, I did a lot of work to regulate the gig economy, but also to, enable these companies to flourish. I think studying it is a fantastic idea because it's growing and has broad implications. And I will look at it and would invite you to chat with me about it further.
Thank you. I would certainly welcome that discussion, and thank you for encouraging it. I believe that a holistic approach at the federal level will be more beneficial than allowing states to potentially pass harmful legislation hindering this growing economic sector that you clearly recognize. Can you elaborate on the steps that you are going to take to ensure that the gig economy will continue to thrive?
I think, as you said earlier, and as it sounds like your bill contemplates, studying it is important. I know Secretary Walsh at the Department of Labor is doing a lot of work on this. What we need to do is encourage the growth of these businesses and also make sure that they provide decent jobs for people in the gig economy, decent wages, decent benefits, good working conditions. And so, that's the balance that we have to strike.
Madam Secretary, returning to some earlier line of questioning, we recognize that President Biden recently announced a task force to address short-term supply chain discontinuity and understanding that there's an emphasis on critical minerals and critical materials. The announcement states China accounts for an outsized share of the world's refining capacity, meaning that even if the United States were to diversify our sources of critical minerals or increase domestic extraction, we still would be reliant on China for processing before use in end product manufacturing. China controls between 80 to 90% of the world's critical minerals. And there is no question in my mind that the administration needs to improve coordination across government to expedite permits to mine, process, and recycle critical minerals right here at home, thus decreasing our reliance on China. What are you as Commerce Secretary doing or will do to improve the permitting process so that we can domestically produce critical minerals and reduce our reliance on China?
So first, I'd say I share the concern. Secondly, applaud President Biden's leadership on this issue. He's very focused on supply chains. He's done an executive order on it. In only 100 days, we have authored these reports, which have concrete action. So the president is keenly aware of this and directing us to do everything that we can do. I understand the frustration as it relates to permitting. I'm not sure that there is a role really for the Department of Commerce other than to, be a convener and advocate for the business community to make sure that processes aren't overly bureaucratic.
Thank you. We share that concern about the over-bureaucratic implementation that really slows down our ability to mine and process and recycle these critical elements, these critical minerals here at home. My time has expired. Once again, thank you for allowing me to wave on, Madam Chair, and thank you, Secretary, for being present with us here today.